Hello Virgos and Merry Christmas. Virgos, if you're watching this reading, the first thing I need to say to you is it's Christmas. Stop stressing out. Okay, you're allowed to enjoy yourself, right? I know you've got a lot to do. You don't have to be stressed about it. Stick some Christmas music on. You know, take 5 minutes to have a few deep breaths. It's all going to be fine. You know, try and enjoy Christmas and not get too stressed. I know what you're like. I've got a lot of Virgos in my life. I know you're all going to be stressed out right now. Or maybe you're not, right? Maybe you've gone through the stress and you now sat down, like putting your feet up at the end of the day, like, phew, now I can enjoy myself. I don't know where you're up to, but yeah, just remember you're allowed to enjoy yourself too, okay? You don't have to run around and do everything for everybody else, okay? You're all right, Virgo. It's going to be okay. So the purpose of this reading is my Christmas gift to you, and hopefully I'm going to tell you how awesome you are. And I want to say, I'm going to ask 2 questions. So how are you a gift to the world? What is your innate inner ability to like what shines within, what thing about you makes the world a better place? And then I also want to ask, what is the universe bringing your way in 2022? So what is your gift to the world, and what is the universe bringing to you as a gift? Now tell you a little secret here. When I was doing my practice readings, I did a reading for a Virgo, and it was lovely. It was so sweet. So I hope that the collective Virgo reading is as beautiful. Do you know what? That was what was coming your way. Caring connections. It was really nice. So yeah, I hope that this reading is as nice as the Virgo reading I did off camera. Virgo, how are you a gift to the world? It's funny because financial constraint. You've got the Garden and Gate card too. So there's an appreciation card, which I was saying was like the Nine of Pentacles, which is like the Nine of Pentacles, which is like the Garden and the Gate card, and now you've got the actual Garden and the Gate card here, and contract. Okay, you've got a lot of cards. Let's keep pulling cards. I want to kind of get everything to get the bigger picture here. How is Virgo a gift to the world? You've got the moth and the butterfly. That's an interesting combination. How is Virgo a gift to the world? That does not feel like your energy. That's really interesting. Just to say, you've got the Jesus card in this tarot deck. He has strong Jesus vibes, right? So I don't know how what religion you are, what you believe in, what you don't believe in. So however you want to take this, it's up to you. Financial constraints. So the Garden and the Gate. The interesting thing about the Garden and the Gate card is that it tells me that you have the ability to create a sense of stability and, a sense of safety for others. So it may be that you have children. It's like you want to keep people close, you want to protect them, right? You want to keep them in the safety of your own garden where you know it's safe, right? You don't know what's out there. You don't know what's out there in the big wide world, but you know that you can provide somewhere that's comfortable, somewhere that's safe, somewhere that somebody has, people have somewhere to go to. So I feel like you have this energy, like with this Healer of the Ages energy. It's like you create. It may not even be a specific place. It may just be like what you physically embody, right? You are this place of safety. You are the place of that people can come to touch base, to have support. It's like if people are having a tough time of it. I find this again a lot with Virgo friends. It's like Virgo has this energy of kind of picking up waifs and strays. So it's like if somebody is having a tough time and they need someone to talk to, Virgo's there. If somebody needs a hug, Virgo's there. It's coming in with that kind of energy. And then this financial constraints is telling me that it's kind of like, it's funny, in that off-camera reading, I was getting like Humble and Kind by Tim McGraw. It's like you don't need a lot of money. You don't need You know, you don't need to be flashy, you don't need to impress people. It's like there's something about your character that is naturally comforting, that is naturally nurturing. There's something about your energy, you as a person, that is a provider energy, and it's not necessarily about money. It's like people don't always need money, people don't always need you know, like the problem's fixing. They just need somebody to be supportive, they need to feel like they're understood, they need to feel like that is what actually makes people safe, right? It's like you could have the nicest house, you could have the best car, you could have the you know, silk sheets. You know, what's that song by Madonna? Satin sheets are very romantic. What happens when you're not in bed? It's like you don't necessarily need the finest things in life to feel secure, right? Security comes from emotional connections with others. Security comes from feeling like, you know, people care about you. People, you know, you've got places to go. You've got people who will help you, and I feel like that's your energy. Your energy is this heart space energy of it's like the sort of energy of somebody who says, I remember someone said this to me once. They're not a Virgo, but I remember talking about how I wanted to get my daughter into a private school, and there were bursaries available, and she's very intelligent. You know, she was you know, top 10% maybe of her class, and she I paid the entrance fees. I took her to the open evenings. I wanted to give her that opportunity, and we did. She sat the entrance test, the 11 plus, which again I had to pay for, and I don't have a lot of money, and it was like she passed the entrance test. You know, she got in, she passed the 11 plus, she got accepted into the school, but she didn't get the bursary, right? She didn't quite, I don't think they had a lot of them, and then she didn't quite get it. So even though her attainment level was there, even though she was accepted into this very, very good school, I didn't have the money to send her. I just don't have that kind of money. You know, I'm in this financial constraints. I just can't do it, you know? And I remember saying this and somebody saying to me, I wish I could help. And I was like, well, I never expected. It's not like I wasn't looking for a handout. I wasn't looking for I wasn't looking for somebody to give me money. I, you know, sometimes you just want to get something off your chest. Sometimes you just need somebody to be like, oh, that, you know, that's really frustrating. It sounds really unfair. You know, sometimes you just need sympathy. Yeah, that's what you're providing, Virgo. I want to say you're providing the sympathy, you're providing the, I mean, you know, I wish I could help. It's they're not necessarily saying I wish I could help financially. You know, I wish there was more I can do to help, but you know, that's what you're providing. You're providing that I care. It's just a way of saying I care, right? I may not be able to give you the money, but I care, and that's what you're doing here. So and that's sometimes all you need. All you need sometimes is to know that somebody cares. And yeah, that's where you are. And that's more important, I want to say. Moth and butterfly. So they both have this transformation energy. I believe that a moth goes into a chrysalis in the same way as a butterfly does. You know, they both start out as caterpillars. They both have to crawl. They both have to gather resources to be able to enter into that transformation phase as well. They both, you know, completely congeal inside those chrysalis shells, and then they both emerge as butterflies. You know, as beautiful. I mean, moths and butterflies, to me, both equally very, very beautiful. It's just butterflies tend to be more colourful, and moths tend to be more subtle. So because there's two, I want to say this, it's like you and another person. There's two energies here, both transforming, both ascending, both flying higher, both moving towards the light. But the butterfly's already in the light, and the moth moves towards the light, right? The The moth is a nocturnal animal. A butterfly is an animal of the day. So there's this dark and light energy, this day and night, and the moth is trying to move towards the butterfly, but the light can burn the moth, right? The light is dangerous to the moth, where the butterfly is naturally in the light anyway. So this is a tricky reading. It's different to the Virgo reading I did off camera. So the Fool card. I want to say there is two energies here. I want to say you are, I don't know who you are, I don't know if you're the moth or the butterfly, but I want to say the healer of the ages is your energy, right? I have an open heart, I have open hands. I will give what I can, but if I can't give financially to you, I'm gonna give emotionally to you. And then you have this kind of child energy, which I'm connecting with this Fool energy. So it could be that this is your own child, like, and you're wanting to protect them, you're wanting to keep them safe, you're wanting to keep them close. But the thing with the child energy, you could have a child who's an Aries. You know, there's an element of self-discovery here. So this girl, she's in this garden, she has everything she needs, she's perfectly comfortable, but she's always wondering, she's always daydreaming about what's out there. And it's like that curiosity, you know, that need, that Aries need, that Fool card, that need for adventure, that need to explore, that need to investigate is there. It's part of this child energy, right? Because that's how children learn, that's how children grow, that's how children figure things out and turn into a resourceful adult. It's by moving out of their comfort zone and being challenged. So it's interesting, this actually, it's almost like this is the moth and butterfly as well here. Do you see this? I'm not sure what that is for you. There's something significant about that, but she has the key on her neck. So I feel like there's something about this energy that you're protecting, that you're keeping safe. It's like, yet it still needs to explore, it needs to spread its wings and fly, right? It needs to run through the fields, it needs to make mistakes, it needs to trip over its own feet, right? So there's something about your nurture is a brilliant, and I want to say it could just be something about you, right? You feel like a safe space. So if you have some sort of child who perhaps is leaving home, or a child who's gaining independence in some sort of way, they need that, right? They need you to open the gate for. I feel like they're staying through choice. I think there's an energy here where this person, she's got the key on her neck to open that gate. So she could leave at any time. It's not like she's a prisoner, right? It's not like you're keeping someone under lock and key. It's not like you're controlling anyone. I want to say something about your nurturing nature and the very generous creation of a safe space for someone is giving them a good base point to jump off from, right? It's like they can go out and explore, but they can always come back again, right? The gate's always open to them. They've got the key, it's their choice. So yeah, that's the gift that you bring to others. It's not about, money's not the important thing, right? Having an open heart, having generosity of spirit is the important thing here, because it's interesting, this two energy, the two moths, the two butterflies. It's like your garden, right? Your cabbage patch has provided all the nutrients. I'm just thinking now of like a friend who's a Virgo and who's a teacher, and how I can see this applying to her. So it's like your nurturing ability, your protection, your guidance has been the cabbage patch for the caterpillars, right? They've come in, they've felt safe while they've ate everything they needed to eat, they've had a really good sleep, and now it's like when they're ready, they can open that gate, they can go out, they can explore a wider space, right? A big open field, the great outdoors, but it's like they know that they can always come back, but they can't return. That's the thing, isn't it? You can't go back to being... but you accept that, I want to say. You know that they can't go back to being a caterpillar. You know that that phase is over, right? A teenager cannot go back to being a toddler. You can't nurture them forever. So it's like, you know that they can't go back to what they were before, but they can still come and go freely. There's something like that. There's something about they can still... It's like your arms are open, your doors are always open. And they can always come back, but there's something about the freedom. Very nice energy. So that's your gift to the world. Generosity, spirit, open arms. Just having an aura of being safe and nurturing. So what is the universe bringing to Virgo, please? What is the universe bringing to Virgo? Happy family. Look at that, perfect. Oh, and a man holding a heart as well. Yeah, similar to the off-camera reading actually here now. You're gonna have a happy family. You're gonna have a happy family life, or if it's not your immediate family, right? If it's not relationship with literal family, it could be your friendship group, your co-workers, like the relationships that you have with other people. You're gonna have happy times. You're gonna have fulfillment. You're gonna have shared experiences with people that you care about, right? And there's definitely something healing here. There's a rainbow here. You've got healer of the ages. So I feel like that's something about your energy, healing a family situation, right? It could be a family situation where somebody has been, has felt a bit stifled, but it's like they're being allowed a little bit more freedom now. And that's all they needed. They just needed a little bit more freedom, a little bit more independence. And it's like they're always going to come back again. It's just they're changing as a person, right? They can't stay in that garden when the soul's needing to explore. So having a sense of freedom, having a sense of I'm here by choice, I'm not here because I'm trapped, is bringing emotional fulfillment there. So yeah, really, really nice. Love that for you, Virgo. What else, please? Tell me more for Virgo. What is 2022 bringing for Virgo? Get interesting there. In the reverse. So fire ant in the reverse definitely tells me if you felt like you were under attack, you're not going to feel that way anymore. The fire ant is like mob mentality for me. So everybody, it's like, you know, something at times, you know, someone says the wrong thing on social media and everybody jumps on them, and then like it kind of gathers traction, and before you know it, it's like, it's not even like direct family and friends, it's like other people are involved that you don't even know. You know, everybody wants to say the piece about what's something that you've said, and it's like, well, actually, you know, sometimes it's like it can be a joke. You know, I made a joke with a friend, you know, they get it, it's a shared sense of humor. We don't, you know, we're not, it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. It was part of our sense of humor. But if it gets out of your immediate group, you know, things can go really sour really fast. You know, if people don't understand your sense of humor, or, you know, an in-joke gets taken the wrong way, you can very quickly feel like, oh my goodness, I'm completely under attack here. So if you have felt like that at any point, you're not going to feel like that anymore with it being in reverse. The lizard in reverse, something about... It could be something about not having to hide anymore. It's kind of chameleon energy, you know, having to blend in with the background, not wanting to stand out, not wanting to draw attention to yourself. Could be something like that, where there's an end to that. But also the lizard's quite cold-blooded. They need other people to warm them up. But again, it's in reverse, so I don't know what that is for you. It's kind of like something's ending, and it's both fire, double fire. So the fire's ending, whatever that means to you. Yeah, I do feel like you're getting out of some kind of mob mentality or trying to fit in, and actually you just kind of go, almost like going back to basics. You're just caring about, you know, what your immediate friends, kind of like that small circle, what they think about matters more to you. What else, please, for Virgo? So what else is coming Virgo's way in 2022? 2022 Virgo energy, please. Ooh, Wow, Ace of Swords and Justice. So Justice is holding the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a card about truth. It can be a piece of information. It can be news. It can be an idea. So swords are about thoughts, and the ace is something new, and it's divinely guided. So it's like a divinely guided truth, a sudden realization, a light bulb moment, clarity, information coming into you. But it's very, very positive, and it gives you clarity. And then the Justice card, so the Justice card can talk about legalities or contracts or karma as well. She's balancing the scale, she's making things right, she's making things fair. So there is going to be something coming in for you, especially if you felt, perhaps you have been involved in some kind of like contract or legal battle, something where you felt a little bit under attack, or it's like you felt like there was some kind of contract or law or like red tape perhaps that felt like you had to hide something about who you were, or you felt like you had to hide so you didn't come under attack. I feel like that's getting cleared up. But yeah, basically, the Justice card is good karma coming your way. It's something being made right. It's something being made fair. And you're going to hear information about this or have clarity on this. And ultimately, whatever that was, that's out of the picture. And you're going to be able to just have those moments with your family. You're going to have those happy times. You're going to have those vacations on the beach. You're going to have the time that you're not working, you're going to be able to enjoy it. It's just good days, right? Happy days. And you're going to have that's coming your way in 2022. So yeah, focus on that, I want to say, not on anything that you've been dealing with. Tricky reading. I found that one quite hard to read, but a similar vibe to the off-camera Virgo reading, which again was this in this position, it's like you're nurturing, you're providing, you're working hard, you're creating places of stability, and what you've got coming in is like good emotional connections. So I'd wrap it up that way. It's similar in that kind of way. It's just come through in a much more complicated. Maybe it's because it's a community reading rather than a personal reading, but it's come through as much more complicated than it needed to be. Like you don't have to overcomplicate this. This is what you want. That's what you're moving towards, right? So do take care of yourselves. Have a very Merry Christmas. Maybe it's lockdown, right? Maybe it literally is like you felt trapped. You felt like you couldn't leave the house, but you want to go on vacation. It might be that simple. I might be overcomplicating things. I don't know. Have a very Merry Christmas, Virgo. Take care of yourselves, and yeah, like and subscribe. I don't know. Bye. Take care.